Well, I see little Debbie's at it again, peddling her wares on every corner like a dirty, filthy hook. Greetings and welcome back to another chocolatey peanut butter episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host as always, Jason Oliver. That's right, I can't go 2 weeks without doing a review and demo. I told you guys I was going to be doing D&D though, and I hope you're really enjoying that content because the last, maybe it's like 4 weeks now, I think, that we've been putting out content every Wednesday. So if you're into Dungeons & Dragons or you want to just check out three creative dudes getting together and hanging out and creating stuff for the wonderful world of Dungeons & Dragons, then you should definitely check those out. They're really interesting. We also have other content on the channel related to Dungeons & Dragons. If you poke around, you'll find that there's a few interesting tidbits out there. Now, Little Debbie just released the Nutty Buddy cream pies, which if you want to check out that review, you can go back here and check it out with that card. And in the past, she used to release a product known as the PB Richie. That's right. They don't make them anymore. I haven't seen them anywhere. I would love to get them and do a head-to-head with Funny Bones because, as you will see in just a moment, these are not exactly the same product here. Obviously, this is mocking a Nutty Buddy a little bit more than just being a peanut butter thing. And we will discover soon that these are two very unique and different products because this is mocking a Nutty Buddy, where this is chocolate and peanut butter. If you guys didn't know, Funny Bones is my favorite box confectionery treat. If you go and check out Space over here, that's right, I did a few episodes from Space. You'll find that I talked a lot about how much I really like the Funny Bones. But the Nutty Buddies are an interesting thing. The Nutty Buddy cakes are an interesting thing because they're very similar in many ways to the PB Richie. However, if you look at the PB Richie, like the Funny Bone, they have a chocolate cake inside, whereas the Nutty Buddy cakes, I believe they're going to have a peanut butter cake. I cannot imagine that that would be anything other than peanut butter, due to the fact that if you look at a Nutty Buddy, if you really, I want to talk about this in a minute. I didn't mean to reveal that yet, so the secret's out of the bag. Nutty Buddies are just chocolate and peanut butter, but it's usually wafers, you know, those cookie wafers you can eat, so on and so forth. And they have been converting that into other shapes and sizes, the latest, of course, being the cakes, the Nutty Buddy cakes, which are very similar in appearance to the Funny Bones. But like I was saying, the PB Richies were almost identical to the Funny Bones. And if anybody can find them out there or could let me know in the comments below where I can find them if they are still available, I would be super excited because I've always wanted to do a PB Richies versus Funny Bones. However, this is the closest I can get at the moment, so we are going to roll with that nonetheless. And as revealed before accidentally, this is the Reese's Crispy Crunchy. Now, I've mentioned in the past a lot that I don't like to consume a lot of sugar. And that is 100% true. It's 100% a lie. I love consuming sugar. However, I know how bad it is for me, so I try my best to consume as little as possible. And that's one of the main reasons why I kind of stopped doing these reviews and demos, because it was a constant flow of sugar, and eventually it was just like, oh, I'll have a little now, have a little later, have a little at night, and you know, before you know it, you're 20 pounds heavier. So for the last 2 weeks, I have been investing in myself, taking care of myself, eating better like I used to eat, drinking nothing but water, going for 2 to 5 mile walks every single day. I just got my badge, by the way. If you go to my little health thing on my phone, it says, you did it, buddy. We couldn't be more proud of you. Us here at Samsung. Anyway, if you guys want me to do a review for this, then let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will eat this over the course of several weeks, I'm sure, because that is a shitload of candy, a shitload of sugar that I do not need in my life right now. Now, that being said, I am not going to eat the Funny Bones today. I know in my heart of hearts, in my taste bud of taste buds, exactly what the Funny Bones taste like. No fooling around here. They are my favorite, and life will never be able to steal that flavor from me. I know it. I'm not going to spend the calories here today eating something I know. But I will open it up, and I'll let you guys take a look at the packaging, how it's similar or different. The one thing I'm really interested in with these is if they're double packed or if they're single packed, because I really love single packed items because it doesn't leave that other one to rot and get, you know, moldy and stale out in the exposed elements. Or, I mean, I guess a normal person probably shares it or, you know, doesn't eat the other one or eats both of them rather. I don't know what I'm saying with that, but let's find out. Oh, snap. They are individually packaged, and I could not be more excited about that because now it makes my life easier when we're all said and done today and we're done doing the review and demo. I don't have to throw the other one in a little plastic bag. However, I will probably have at least 2/3 of this still to package and put away so it doesn't go bad. Okay, let's take a look at the funny bones here, and then we'll do a little side by side. Unfortunately, with the funny bones, they are double packed, and I hate their boxes. They're just like the one over here, but for some reason, trying to get this properly opened is an absolute fucking nightmare, Drakes. Little Debbie's got the right idea. All right, see that side, whatever it was you did with the glue over here, perfect, popped right off. Now these are double packed, so, and unfortunately, yeah, it's hard to really kind of see a side-by-side comparison because of the plastic packaging. I'll try to find some images online, or I'll take a picture or something later so I can share it with you and put it on the screen while I kill time and look at this package. There was something I wanted to... Okay, yeah, all right, here it is. I wanted to know the net weight. So 12.68, 13.73. Okay, so you're definitely getting more with a funny bone than you are with the Nutty Buddy bar. And I will say this too, or cake rather. Why do I want to call it a bar? I guess it looks more like a bar than a cake. I would have called it the Nutty Buddy bar. Well, I guess the bars are the original, so they couldn't do that, so it's got to be a cake. But I think if I had done it a cake, I would have done it like a Hostess cake or something like that. You know what I mean? That would have made more sense to me. But who am I? I'm not working for Little Debbie or Drake's. But if they'd like to sponsor an episode, they're more than welcome to. Just reach out, guys and gals. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the taste. I'm going to try to smell it, but I honestly don't think I'm going to get much of a smell other than maybe a little chocolate. Maybe. We'll see. My nose betrays me. Good God, that's very smelly goody. If that's what is that how you say words? Nonetheless, it smells really good. It smells very chocolatey, peanut buttery, very much like a Nutty bar. All right, I'm going to just take a decent size bite of this, and then I'll get back to you, and I'll let you know what I think about it and see how it compares to a funny bone. Down the hatch. I feel like there's something stronger. After outside lingers longer. Wow. After not having a lot of sweet things in about a week, that's a punch to the mouth. There's a lot of things I love about this. Things that I love more than the funny bone. There are also things, though, that I dislike. And the dislike I like about this is the texture of the cake. It's very soft. When you eat a funny bone, it's like, I've explained it this way before. A lot of you may not get it. It's got a thunkiness to it. You thunk your teeth through it. You know what I mean? Almost like a gummy bear. That kind of feel. Not quite exactly, because this is a cake and a gummy bear is a gelatin. But you know what I mean? It's got that thunk. There's a bit more meat to it. There's a little more bite. You have to actually exercise your jaw muscles a little bit here. Whereas this was so soft, it just was like, right in my mouth. And it was disappointing because the chocolate on this one kind of coats it, and you bite in, and the chocolate is its own thing. The cake is its own thing, and then the frosting or the guts in the middle are its own thing. This feels like a consistent one thing. When I'm eating it, there's three definitive flavors there. I mean, mainly two definitive flavors there. There's two different peanut butters. One is very sweet. One is the cake, which I can't begin to explain. It's a little bit of a softer, mellower peanut butter, whereas the other one's a brighter, stronger, a more familiar peanut butter, kind of peanut butter with sugar, a very sweet peanut butter. The flavor here is undoubtedly a 10. If you love Nutty Buddies, this flavor is a Nutty Buddy in the little cake bar form, and it's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Overall, though, all right, let's compare them a little bit more here. Nutty Buddy doesn't necessarily bring something new to the table here, only due to the fact that it already exists in a cream pie and the original bar form. Funny Bones have been their own thing since Drake's put them out, I don't know, whenever they came out this many years ago. And I like it for that. But I almost like this form of this, not better than the original bar, but as it is, what it is. So I'm going to give it a 9.5, whereas I'd give a Funny Bones a 10, straight across the board. Either way, you cannot go wrong. If you find either of these in the store and you're interested in peanut butter, chocolate, little confectionery, pastry treats that are prepackaged for you to eat, single or double, you definitely want to pick these up. Maybe you want to do your own comparison and see which one you like a little bit better. Anywho, it's been a while since I've done this outro, so give me a little slack here. If you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider subscribing to the channel, because it would be a huge help for me. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more peanut buttery together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, but never let your inner child die. Ooh-wee. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.